Hi everyone, I am Ashley. Welcome to my very first YouTube video. I'll be sharing my story and my journey with mental health, self-esteem issues, and truly being able to find my own inner happiness, something that I've struggled with for years, and in a hope to be able to give you all some hope. If you are suffering and you're in that dark place of despair, thinking that things can't change or won't change, and that you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, I am here to give you the hope that it can. I too know that place. It's a really dark, lonely place where you feel like your world is just crumbling around you and you feel like you have no support. You feel like you don't see the positives in life. You feel trapped. You feel like there's no way out. And I am here to tell you that I have managed to go through that place of hitting rock bottom to finding my true self, finding my inner peace and happiness. And now I hope to be able to share this with other people. So my journey started when I was a very young girl, and I really struggled greatly with self-esteem issues. And this all started just from having a slight difference in my breast sizes. And ladies, as we all know, that's quite normal. But when you're a little girl, you don't realise that. And so all it took was one person at school to make a comment. And as you know, children when they're younger can be quite cruel. And so then growing up, I had this belief that I was, not normal. I was not normal. I was not lovable. I was not worthy. And I began to hate on myself. I began to hate on my body. I was never kind to myself. I always used to put myself down. I would speak so awfully to myself. And do you know what? Thoughts become things. So if you tell yourself that you are not lovable, if you tell yourself you're not worthy, if you tell yourself that you're not successful, if you tell yourself you're never going to meet the right person, you're not worthy of getting that pay rise at work, you're not beautiful, then guess what? You believe that. Those are your beliefs that you create. They create your reality. And so it took me to get to a really low place in my life after suffering greatly with anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts. I had social anxiety. And from all of this stemming from when I was a young girl, it made me feel like I was not good enough to be included in conversations, that my voice should not be heard, that my voice didn't matter, that I was not confident, that I was not lovable. All of these negative things, all of these wounds that have held inside me for so long. And when that happens, you have that belief system. You can't get out of it unless you choose to change your thought process. And I strongly believe that, unfortunately, all of those things led me to having such a lack of self-worth that it was then that I attracted a narcissistic relationship into my life as well, to put the cherry on the cake. And so I then went through a really awful time at not just having a really unhealthy relationship with myself, but I then had someone else telling me that I wasn't good enough, that I wasn't worthy enough, that I was fat, that I was disgusting, that, I wasn't going to achieve anything in my life. And that's really hard. That's a really hard thing to have to go through. And the only thing that did make me change was when I truly broke down. And I realized that one day I broke down and screaming and crying by myself. I don't want to feel like this anymore. I don't want to feel like this anymore. And something inside of me gave me a spark, a hope, a light. And it was my intuition. And I know it's my intuition. And I still had that there deep down. And a lot of the time we don't listen to our intuition. It switches off when we're not being present. So I was too busy living in an anxious mind, overthinking what could come next, what could go wrong, in that state of the future sense. And I was also living in a state of depression where I had been through a long distance relationship before and it ended, and I blamed myself and I hated on myself. What could I have done better? What could I have changed? So I was living in this crazy world of not being present. And so it kept me from truly being authentic to myself. I was so scared of people's judgment. I was so scared of, stepping outside of the box. Fear was keeping me in this controlled state from the ego. And I couldn't get past that state. And it's a really difficult place to be in, but something gave me that glimmer of hope, and it took me to have a breakdown to see it. And I truly believe that things happen for us, not to us. And the way that I look where I am now and how much I've grown has been through all of my hardships, as well as my strengths and my successes. And everything that I have gone through has taught me something. I truly believe that, we come across challenges to help us learn, and we are here as spiritual beings having a human experience at being able to go through these challenges, adapt and grow and become the best versions of ourselves possible. And because if we were supposed to go through everything in life being easy, we would never learn anything. We would never grow. We would stay the same. And so now I look back and I appreciate everything. And I have changed so many things in my life. Instead of looking externally for my happiness, which I used to do, I used to spend so much money on clothes, to fill a void. I used to spend my time texting loads of guys and going on dates and spending time with guys who didn't care about me, who emotionally unavailable guys who did not care about me, but I did not care about myself. And that's the vibe that I gave off. And when you give off your vibe and you don't speak kindly to yourself and you don't love on yourself, you put that out to the universe, and guess what? You are going to attract that back to you. And so I made the decision to wake up and choose to have a good day. Instead of waking up in that place of being so miserable, coming from that place of hating and dreading waking up every day, like dreading the day we should be so grateful for being alive. And I was not able to do that because I was not being present. And so every day now, my routine is I wake up and I'm so grateful to be alive. I wake up and I am so grateful for all of the hurts that I have been through, because it has made me the strongest person that I am today after having gone through everything that I went through. And I am now here to share this with everyone else, to be able to help and inspire them get through their dark times and find their true happiness, their true purpose, their true inner calling. And sometimes, it's hard. It can be lonely, it can be hard, it can be scary, it can be frightening, because we're all taught to be in this society box that's acceptable by society standards. And we're easier sometimes when we are kept in a state of fear, because fear is comfort and comfort is what we know how to do best, right? And it's not until we step outside of our comfort zone, we push past fear, and that is when we grow. That is when we become the best versions of ourselves. That is when we push past the hardest, toughest times and we see ourselves grow the fastest. And when you make that decision to stop coming from a place of fear and you make more of an expression of love in feeling, giving, receiving, not only does it boost your whole entire immune system, but you feel love and you are able to express it more. The more love you feel, the more love you give. And I truly believe that when you embody that, you are then able to share your love with the world. And this is what I hope to do. I hope to inspire others to do the same, to own their journey, own your story, and truly believe that you are worthy of everything you want in life. Truly appreciate your body, truly be authentic to you. And we have one life. We need to make the most of it, and we need to live life by what makes us happy. And when we truly follow our passions and our purpose, then everything will be aligned. And when you you start acting from a place of love and positivity, you attract that back in your life. And I am starting to see that now. So I'm really excited at being able to share this with you. And I want to share the rest of my journey with you all to hopefully help inspire you. I'll be sharing lots of tips and valuable information to help get you out of that place of darkness and into your deserved space of light. So thank you so much for watching my video. Please share this with someone if you think it may help them. And I look forward to speaking to you all again soon. Take care, guys. Bye.